It's week 4 of the 2025 season.
And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Rams and the Texans coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
But let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 7. Off play action, Pickett. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Rams first down.
Pickett sets up play action. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Pickett back to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give them the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, it's Williams. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 18 carries, 70 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Now, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses. But just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be let out by their rookie quarterback.
And last week, that was one of those games that he just wants to erase from his memory banks. But I'll guarantee his coaching staff won't let him do it. They're going to make him learn from it. He really looked like a rookie quarterback in that one. He's going to have those kind of outings in year 1. But the big question, What does he take away from them, and how does he improve? It starts right here in this game.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage. You look at the defense for these Texans. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, it's Williams. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, Pickett. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Up to the 20.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Texans first down.
Mixon will try the right side. Ernest Jones there for the tackle. The Texans at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bobby Brown, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. L.A. readies for its next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Pickett now from the gun here. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And you don't want to pin this all on the quarterback, even when the pressure's coming. Not easy for them, but that's just something you can't do, is take that sack in the end zone.
No, you can't. But for all defensive line coaches, they're celebrating everywhere. Because what do they tell us in our meetings? It's all about the get-off, beating the offensive line at the snap of the football.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. This is taken at the 15. Houston set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. That's complete. It's Collins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. In motion right, that's Collins. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Back to throw here. That one complete. It's tanked down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. You talk about this Rams defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Rams' 30-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. So the completion good for 7 there. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
3rd and 2.
Oh, and the hard count might have got him. This might be a first down.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Mixing up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 2. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And things have changed since the last time they had it. The safety led to the touchdown, so now they find themselves behind as they begin with a 1st and 10. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now Pickett. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Pickett. That is caught, and he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15, and the Rams 1st down.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Short throw, it's Higbee.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Pickett will look to throw it here. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
1 1st down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Ethan Evans on now to punt. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Right side complete to Mechie. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now a pause for the injury, and that is, yes, Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be complete to Mechie. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
3rd and 4.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Albert O from 13 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Pass complete there to Nakua. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. In motion goes the tight end. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Pickett back to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over. They go play action here on first down. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They work now on 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's underneath to Pierce. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. This is 2nd and 8. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A loss of 4 that time. Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. On 3rd down, here's Williams. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 6.
Back to throw again. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Back to throw now on 1st down. On a slant, here's Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd and 2. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
And 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Tank Bigsby, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting New York Giants. Xavier Worthy, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
He'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Pickett. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. In motion is Dortch.
They give it to Williams, running right. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to 13.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Holding offense.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
So 2 sacks for the rookie, definitely making an impact here in year 1.
And in a ton of different ways, because rushing the passer, that was supposed to be a skill that he was developing. Looks to me like he's figured it out already.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now out comes Houston. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Now back to throw.
He gets this one to Mechie.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Handoff right side to Pierce. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Holding offense.
That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 2. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete. The Texans send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
68 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 47-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here comes Puka.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Williams.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that gets him back within 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Looking to throw.
That's complete to Pierce.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Pierce now up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw.
He'll let this go deep for Collins.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15.
A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
They'll run on 1st down. Martinez. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the fourth quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Pierce will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Dameon Pierce closing things out with a touchdown run.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams offense and running back Kyren Williams getting ready for their next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Pickett going to be taken in here by Nakua.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Got his man. It's George.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pass complete there to Nakua.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now Pickett. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Ooh, with a juke. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the 50.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. He's going to air one out.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Pickett back to throw. And, oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll go right back to Pierce. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Only a yard that time, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Albert Okwuegbunam with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a halt with a penalty marker down on the play.
Holding. Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. Now 3rd down and very long. Here's Pickett. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That is caught.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Pickett right back to the air again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Hang on here. We got an injury. And, yeah, it's Cooper Kupp who's going to receive some attention following that last play. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. It's a turnover on downs.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Rams' 32-yard line.
They go again with Pierce. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Going for it with Pierce.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Pierce gets this one running right.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
3rd down at 6.
4-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting, but obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Texans, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop down to 1-3, and they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.